today. We just decided to do a quick video to kind of start our channel. And one of the things that we wanted to talk about today is our vegan journey and just kind of some ins and outs of why we decided to go forward with our journey and a little bit more about who we are. So this is our first video. We are Cam and Jus, the married Veganheads, and just a quick little reason for our name. In our family of 5, anything that someone is an enthusiast about, we put the word head at the end. So we have a bread head, we have a taco head, we have a meat head in our family. And so this is just a fun way for us to be enthusiasts for our journey, but also to make it fun. So most of you probably want to know who we are. So my name is Camelia, and this is my husband,
Justin.
And we are actually married almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years in March of 2021 of this year. And we are natives of North Carolina. And we are also Southerners. We are soul food eaters, or we have been soul food eaters. And a big part of our upbringing has been really rooted in our Southern roots. And so most of what our family tradition has been, anything that we do celebration wise, includes food. Mostly foods that we have decided to do away with our journey. And so we wanted to share a little bit about first who we are, and secondly, why we decided to go forward with this journey. I'll tell you, and to be completely transparent, I'm naming this a journey because we don't expect this to be perfect. We want to share the good, bad, and the ugly, the struggles that we have, challenges, but we also want to possibly inspire someone along the way. So first, I just want to get into, why we decided to go forward with this. We have really been, as I said, almost married 10 years. Probably the last 2 years or so, we've been kind of focused more in on our health, and have had some things come up that have caused us to try to, focus in more on wellness. And so for us, wellness means mind, body, and spirit. And so one of the things that we noticed is that we have steered away from a little bit from our what we're doing for our body. And so a huge part of that, of course, is our diet and what we put into our bodies. And honestly, and just from what I believe is when you know better, you do better. So we've done some research around this, and it was actually my idea. I will say that with Justin, it didn't take a whole lot, not as much as I thought it would, for him to join me, but he was very resistant at the beginning. When I sort of, mentioned this, he was probably like, absolutely not. Would you agree?
It's true.
So he wasn't really on board, but what I want to share, and I know that there's a lot of information out there about married couples with some being vegan, the husband maybe being vegan and the wife not being vegan, and the struggles that go along with that. But the beauty of all of this is that we've decided to do this together. And I just wanted to share a little bit about why we personally have decided to do this. And I really want to talk about personal reasons, because I don't think that anyone can jump into this because someone has asked them to. I do believe you have to have your own reasons for making such a major lifestyle change. So I'll just kind of ask you, Justin, first. Initially, you weren't too happy about it or enthusiastic about it, but you have been, and you have also been a part of, looking things up, trying to figure out exactly what's in certain foods and what makes it vegan. But if you don't mind telling everyone kind of what changed your mind, and what is a reason that you've decided to maybe just kind of move forward with the journey.
I think one thing is just overall health. Um, just to be healthy, live longer. Um, you are what you eat. So it's just, in a nutshell, pretty much just, just trying to be healthy, doing what I can do uh, within myself to help better me.
Yeah, yeah. And I would agree with that. As far as my personal reason as well, it really has to do with health. I know there's a lot of reasons that people decide to go vegan, or to sort of try to go this route. Sometimes it's about animal cruelty. Sometimes it's about just other research information that kind of warrants certain health conditions. I can say for me, it's not necessarily about animal cruelty, but we both, of course, don't believe in the fact that that is a good thing. But it isn't our priority in terms of the reason we've decided to kind of go forward with this. And for me, it's also about wellness. It's about understanding what we eat, how it affects the body, how it allows our bodies to function, how it allows our bodies to not function when we think about the things that we put in our bodies, not function optimally or as good as it could based on what we're eating. So again, we're new to this, but we are committed to this journey and this way of life. And I will say, and you can tell me if you agree with this too, some of this is really kind of rooted in what we do for a living. I think I'm actually, by trade, I'm a nurse at heart, and I've spent the last few years, I'm actually a mental health nurse practitioner, and I work at a wellness clinic. And so first, I actually believe that nurses specifically should have the same wellness that we're trying to promote in our patients. But also at the wellness clinic, a huge part of my work has to do with the interconnectedness of mind, body, and spirit. So I can really I have real life evidence of kind of how that works and the consequences of one thing not quite being in balance of everything else. And Justin, you can tell them also what you do and kind of how maybe this ties in, if at all, to your journey.
I'm a butcher by trade, so I see a lot of things. Just kind of, just wanted a different approach about the food that I eat. I mean, there's nothing wrong with meat, so I don't want you to think that I'm, choosing one or the other. But, just want to try different things. I have tried just the whole vegan or vegetarian thing, and I noticed just by doing that, I lost 10 pounds. Now, I'm not a big guy, but, I lost 10 pounds just by eating fruits and vegetables. So,
yeah. And going back to our kind of what we do for a living, Justin, as he said, he's a butcher. So he talks meat just like I talk nursing. And, a lot of the things that he talks about, from the different cuts of meats to organic versus non-organic. But also, one of the things I think that stood out for me, if I could just be transparent, is us having kind of firsthand information about meat shortages lately. And so I think some of this also ties into being prepared in the event that meat is not available or as available, and having our bodies, of course, to be functioning, as well as it could, but also in an event where we don't have access to as much meat as we have been used to consuming. It's also about preparation. So would you agree with that, or anything you want to add there?
Yes. There probably will be a shortage of meat sometime soon. Not sure when. But this is a good way to practice being vegetarian or vegan. You know, you never know what's gonna happen. Start growing your own fruits and vegetables. Just start getting used to eating. Start getting your kids used to eat it. I mean, there's a couple ways you can you can trick fruits and vegetables. You can dehydrate fruit. You can dehydrate vegetables. So it's a lot of different ways that you can uh, be vegan or be vegetarian and still be full.
Yeah, yeah. And, one of the things that we are going to be sharing with our experience with this is kind of some of what Justin has mentioned. We haven't forced our children to move forward with this, but what we want to be are models to them as well. So more to come on that. But again, we just wanted to get on today to first introduce ourselves, also to let you know our motive in sharing our journey. We will be very transparent about things that come up. So we plan to share more about our experience with this as well. But with that said, we've also sought out a few people that have gone this journey before us. We've heard people say anything from don't go into this full on from the beginning to seasonings are very important. So we've talked to a few people, but with that said, we also want to know if you guys have any advice. Maybe some of you have been vegan for a while, or you have any advice for new vegans or people who are going forward with this journey to start. So we again plan to continue to share our experience, and we are hopeful that you guys will gain something from this, but also that you'll like, comment, subscribe, you'll share, and then you'll also add to our conversation. So we look forward to, again, sharing our experience with you. And we are Cam and Jus, the married vegan heads.